Today we're going to be installing my BlackVue 750s 2-channel dash cam, and I thought I'd share this little device that I found on Amazon. It's the PowerMagic Easy. Now I was going to get the PowerMagic Pro, but when I ran across this, it was a no-brainer. So basically what this does is, instead of having to tap into your fuse box, find an appropriate ground spot and all that jazz, this consolidates all that and just into the nice and neat OBD2 plug. So in my opinion, this is the cleanest way to install it. And as you can see, it's just got the OBD2 plug and the different power settings for park mode. And basically that's just going to plug up under the dash, and then I'm going to run the power cable up. So let's go do that. Okay, so I've got mine set for 12 volt and 12 hours because I don't really need more than 12 hours of monitoring when it's parked. So basically, my OBD2 plug is right under the dash. Super easy to get to. That just plugs in like so. And then I'm going to take the wire and just kind of tuck it in. This weather stripping comes out. You just got to pull straight back. And I've routed it right through there. I'm just going to continue routing it up, popping it back into place as I go. Like so. Get to the very top, just kind of pull out a little bit. And it just goes right in. And then we want to tuck the excess up in here. Up in the headliner. It is what it is. Broke it a little bit. I'm going to just have to glue that back, hope for the best. Alright, now I'm going to remove this screw holding the side trim on. Alright, so basically what I did is I just kind of pulled away on this panel and it popped right out. At least enough room for I can get in there and work. And then on the grommets, you just squeeze and pull down, squeeze and pull up. And then with this seal, you should just be able to pull up. Alright, I got a long zip tie here. I'm going to attempt to run it and see if I can get to it. Okay, so basically what I'll do is once I feed my video line back here, I'll grab it here and pull it. Should be able to pull it on up in there. Okay, so using the same kind of method that we used for the driver's side, I'm actually going to be running my rear channel down the passenger side. So we're gonna start by just kind of draping this where we think it should go. And then just start working it around. Start working it around. And then we're going to pull down on the weather stripping like we did on the other side. And just pull on through. And as you can see, there's still some poking in right here. We just take our trim tool and just seat it right in there. All right. Okay, now we just, as we go, close the trim behind it. Right here in the corner where it meets the column, the B pillar, you just work it right around it. And continue. I'm going to show you how this looks in here. Alright, so as you can see, you just work it on around. And then you come back with your trim tool and just poke it right in there. Easy peasy, super clean. And then once you get back up in there, just put the trim back up and on to the next part. Okay, so you'll notice we've come to another big pillar piece. Basically, my plan is just to wrap it, poke it through, and then try to grab it through the grommet and fish it up. So let's see if that works. Okay, so as you can see, I fished it around, and now I'm in the crack of the headliner here. I've got my zip tie already run, so I'm going to try to attach this cable to this zip tie and see if we can't fish it up in there. Alright, moment of truth, I guess. Okay. All right, we're in the tailgate. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, now we're going to attempt to fish it through the grommet. Okay, attempt number 3. Hey, 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 look at that. Let me simply come up through there for this part, because it looks like it will be a little bit easier to route it. And I see it, and success. Button those little grommets back up. Here we go. Now we've got our wire into the back, and all is looking good. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and pop this back in place, because I don't think we need more access back there. Go ahead and button this screw back in. Alright, I'm going to store most of this in the side over here. It's this excess cable. And then I'm going to kind of drape this over here, like so. I'm going to pop this bad boy back in place. And I'm assuming that this is going to come out somewhere. Sorry I didn't record that. I thought I was recording, but apparently not. Basically, I just ran the cable from that side to here and snapped it all back in place. We're ready to install the cameras now. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and pop this memory card in, and we'll power her up and see what's going on. Memory card in. DC power. Rear cam. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've hooked up the cameras and connected to the Wi-Fi just to kind of get a live view as I'm installing, so I can get it where I want it. Basically, as you can see, it is recording both on the front and back. So now I'm just going to mount the camera where I want it, and we'll go from there. Okay, so basically I'm just going to put this where I think it needs to be. don't make the same mistake I did. I actually mounted my rear cam upside down. But even if you do that, in the software you can actually flip the image. So I had to reposition mine, but obviously I could have just flipped it within the software, so just keep that in mind. And then here's a shot of the front dash cam all plugged up. I was very pleased with how clean it came out. As you can see, I routed the wires up through that same channel that I routed my radar detector through, and up to the ceiling headliner.